Hey coaches, welcome to the coaching call. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join yours truly. This is Andrika J. Austin. I go by Coach AJ for short. Some of you may have known that. Maybe you're new to listening to the audio version of getting your coaching business to the next level. I am excited about what we're sharing during this call. Hey, Jennifer Taylor live with us on Facebook Live, the first one to jump on. I am Andrika J. Austin once again, founder of thebossof.me, where I love helping coaches confidently convert conversations to clients, cash, checks, and credit cards. Hey, Shirley. Hey, TZ Bailey. Listen, I'm a trainer for fastcoachtraining.com. If you have not yet been certified as a life coach and for some miraculous reason you're listening to this wishing that you were a coach, head over to fastcoachtraining.com or send someone you know there, someone who you know needs to become certified as a life coach. Now at fastcoachtraining.com, you'll find out more information about our upcoming personal life coach certification live here in Atlanta with yours truly as your trainer. I would love to teach you what I know about getting up and running as a coach. And if you're listening to this and you've been through the course, whether I was your trainer or not, feel free to get a refresher course. But again, fastcoachtraining.com is the best place to find it. Shouts out to those who are listening live with us on our conference call. Shouts out to, of course, my Facebook Livers. You guys know I love engagement. I love when you join us to find out what's new in the coaching industry. So tonight's topic is not necessarily new, but it's something that I have been asked about from a fellow coach who is ready to grow her business to the next level. So I'm going to give you guys what I came up with for her, and hopefully she is listening. So we're talking about 5 top ways to coach. Hey, Shayla Bell Dutel, thanks for joining. And guys, before I get started, I'm at the end of this call and probably throughout going to share a helpful resource that Shayla just jumped in on right before we got live here with you. There is a resource over at bit.ly/coaching secret. Again, bit.ly/coaching secret. There is a helpful resource. It's a great resource for teaching you what we're diving into tonight, which is picking one of these top 5 ways to coach and diving in. And my favorite is creating a passive profits course. That way you can jump in, you can get your thoughts out of your head onto paper and create a really helpful coaching program that you can automate and set up passively. So again, bit.ly/coaching secret is where you can find out more, and I'll give you more details as we go along. So the first way out of 5 that you as a coach can choose to get your information into the hands of those who need you is starting out with what you probably learned when you became a certified life coach or whatever type of coach you decided to become. Once you learned those foundational principles of coaching, you are like, okay, now what do I do? A lot of you that go through the fastcoachtraining.com live course here in Atlanta with me, you say, AJ, what's next? And as you know, at the end of our training manual, we give you 12 ways to get recognized in the coaching industry, let people know that you're a new coach. But these ways are going to build on top of what you walked out of training with that day. So one thing that my coach, and yes, I have about 3 coaches now. I have coaches, I have mentors, and one of the coaches that I highly admire, she taught me about high-end programs, and these are your premium programs. They're what's known as a signature program. But if you're just starting out and you have not yet created your own coaching program or product, don't worry. There are some things that you can get some help with. Hey, Tyra James, thanks for joining. Sorry, guys, I get distracted by Facebook Live. So listen, your signature program, your high-end program, these are usually around the $2,000 mark. And I know a lot of you new coaches are probably like, AJ, that's a lot of money. Well, some people are willing to pay you that much, but you just have to charge, just have to ask. And so if you've been in the coaching industry any amount of time, if you started to do your research, like a lot of you call me and say you've done, you say, I found this coach and I've been on this coaching school site and I've researched this webinar. You may have heard about the 97 ending in these prices. So for example, if you have a high-end premium program that's roughly $2,000, you might hear a lot of coaches offer it for $1,997. or $19.97. For some reason, that 97 at the end usually gets people on board to say, oh, it's not quite $2,000, and they may be willing to sign up with you. So again, this is your high end, your premium, your signature program. And it can be either live where you meet with a person one-on-one or in a group, or it can be virtual like you guys know I love. So I love the audio to anything because I can sit here in my little house shoes and my pajamas and still teach, but it's virtual and it's audio. So you can decide what your high-end program will be. And again, high-end programs usually start at around $1,997 or $19.97. The second type of way that you can coach is by packaging your coaching program in addition to the high end, or before you get to high end, you may want to put some of your coaching material into a 90-day program. And what a 90-day program allows you to do is kind of break down some of the aspects of what you know as a coach, put it in a format that is tangible for your new client, and they can have the answer that a lot of people ask me, AJ, how long is this going to take? So one of my first coaching programs was called The Boss of Me. A lot of you have gone through it. My most honorable moment was when someone that I went through the fastcoachtraining.com class with signed up for my 90-day program. She said, AJ, I see you online. You speak a lot. You travel. You're really doing what you love. And we literally sat next to each other in class. So show me what you're doing. So I invited her into the 90-day program where I took some of the things that I do really, really well, packaged it into 90 days, and she was able to join it. Now with your 90-day program, again, you have a high-end program, which can be live or virtual, but then there's your 90-day program where you're segmenting some of the knowledge you have. You can present this program individually. So, for example, this new coach, her name was Anika. And so I could have worked with Anika one-on-one. But because I had packaged my information into a 90-day program and told her by the end of 90 days, this is what you'll get out of it, then she was able to if I would have just did that one-on-one, she would have gotten the same information. But what I love about the 90-day program I did at first, The Boss of Me, I presented it as a group program. So again, if you're listening and you've been through The Boss of Me, it was a business building program to help women take their coaching business to the next level. And so I also added a group component where once a month we would meet by phone, everyone who was in my 90-day program, and I would answer questions. That way, they could feel like they're getting the support of a group. They're getting me individually to answer their questions, and they know that in the end of this program, they're going to have a certain outcome. Plus, they get to see other people going through the program with them and where they're stuck or where they have questions or where they've overcome a sticking point. I love this feature of coming together as a group because you love learning from people who are kind of where you are and you're going through it together. And then, of course, as you go through the group, you create friends and build a certain community. So if you're a coach and you don't have a high-end program or you don't have a 90-day program, no worries. You can put it together. And again, I've created a resource over at bit.ly/coaching secret. What that's going to do is walk you through what it looks like to start creating programs like this. So whether it's your high-end program, your 90-day program, whatever type of program you're trying to put together as a coach, this is one of the top 5 ways to coach, which is bringing all of your information together in a format that people will understand. They will get it. It will make sense to them. And they can say, okay, I know that working with this coach is going to get me this outcome. Okay, so we have our high-end signature program. Then we have our 90-day program, which is 2 of 5. Next is 3 of 5, which is your 6 to 12 month program. And a lot of you may be thinking, AJ, I don't have enough information to go into a 6-month program or a 12-month program. Trust me, whether you decide to coach individually, which is one-on-one, or in a group, answering questions, building community, then you'll come up with the information that you need to create this coaching program, especially using that great resource over at bit.ly/coaching secret. So guys, 6 to 12 months is not a lot of time, but if you spell out everything that you want to put in this program, you will have the 3rd way to coach out of 5. So that's one of the top ways. You have your high end, your 90 days, and then 6 to 12 months. Now, a lot of us, we start out, we get certified. We are one-on-one coaches. And someone asked me recently what my first client experience looked like. So I did a thing where I first was certified through fastcoachtraining.com, which was let people know that I am a new coach. I'm available. I'm looking for clients. So there was a lady in my community who was building a new nonprofit, and she kept getting rejected. Her letter in the mail kept coming back, and they kept saying, I don't know. You need to give us more information. Why? They just kept asking her these questions, and she kept having to submit her nonprofit 501c3 papers. And I said, you know what? A lot of people would not make it through this process. So let me work with you one-on-one to really see what you're doing, to see how you're handling this rejection process, and to see what we can do to help uplift other people who are trying to create a nonprofit program. So she agreed to let me be her coach for 12 weeks. That was my first 90-day program. So I worked with her for 12 different sessions. We met once a week for 12 weeks, and we tried every single way to coach that I could think of in those 12 weeks. So it was face-to-face, it was by Skype, it was by phone. We tried so many ways just to see what type of coaching I really wanted to do and how I wanted to deliver this high-end information that I was eventually going to package up. So I knew going in, I was creating my own coaching program. That's why the bit.ly/coaching secret, when I walk you through how to create your first coaching program, you get everything that I learned over time in one short snippet of time. Okay. So I took my one-on-one coaching experience. I wrote down notes, which, by the way, I hated one-on-one. And the reason I hated it was because I set it up wrong. I had tried all of these different ways to coach with this one person, but the one I really did not like was the one I had to drive out and show up for 1 hour to sit face to face with one person. So I'm a big believer in giving one form of information, and more than one person benefit from it at a time. So what that meant was I had to go through this experience for, of course, helping you guys, but also to see what type of coaching I wanted to do. So I sat down with myself to see what I thought of each of these coaching experiences, and I took what I shared with this very first client, fresh out of fastcoachtraining.com's training school, and I put it into a program. I said, you know what? I don't want to just sit and teach one person. I want to package it. So I knew one-on-one coaching wasn't for me, but a lot of you may like the one-on-one coaching. I had a former client who loved just sitting and talking with one person. And while that's fun for her, to each his own. So you have to decide if you want to do the one-on-one, do you want to do group? Do you want to make it an individual experience like you're sitting with that person, or do you want to do individual experiences sitting with a lot of people? That's what I love, giving everyone that same experience so they think I'm just talking to them. So those are, we have high-end, 90 days, 6 to 12 months. And of course, you can decide if you're doing it one-on-one or in a group. And then there's the popular VIP day. Now, this is becoming one of my favorites. Now, while I don't prefer one-on-one coaching, a VIP day is a different experience. Okay. So for those of you who have not heard of VIP days, VIP usually stands for very important person, however you want to look at it. But this is where you bring one of your high-end clients into a setup with you, whether it's virtual or live. Now, I hear a lot of people like booking hotel rooms or a conference center. Their clients fly in. They have either a 4-hour or an 8-hour session, or maybe a multiple day session where they get that same high-end experience. So the reason I'm really loving VIP days is because I get to take information from my high-end coaching experience, my one-on-one coaching experience, my live coaching experience, and my virtual coaching experience, and everything that I have placed into a 90-day or a 6-month program. And I get to give just snippets of what that looks like during the VIP day. So for you, dear coach, choose what you coach around. Pick just one thing out of the information that you want to just give everybody at one time, and fly someone in to do a VIP coaching day. And usually those are a couple $1,000s as well, just depending on what you value your coaching services as, and put a price on it and quote that price for coaches. So for example, I say for coaches because I work with coaches who are ready to share their message. So they may be ready to write their first book. They may be ready to speak, but either way, they're trying to get their story together so that when they show up to share their story and they speak on these virtual stages and live stages, they know what their message is. So a VIP day experience with me looks like just choosing one part of the messaging magic process. A lot of you have heard about messaging magic, which is what I teach, which is your story selling. So you come together, we get your story straight, and then you decide what your next step would be. Are you ready to write that first book, or have you written that first book? I love when people have already put in the work to at least start getting their message out there through a book, or through maybe you're writing blogs or an article. And we're going to talk about blogs coming up soon in our future coaching calls. But I love taking just one aspect of that learning process. What does it look like to write that first book? What does it look like to speak? And we spend between 4 and 8 hours on just getting that done. So imagine you offering this VIP day experience with your, if you have not, especially you new coaches, you can do this. You can take one day and work with one person or maybe more just on one part of what you coach around. So we have our high end, our 90 days, our 6 to 12 month, and then VIP days are 4 of 5 top ways to coach. So you'll see this a lot. And so I'm going to share this last way, and it's kind of a bonus, and it combines different ways, and I'm going to try to make it all make sense. And again, if you need help getting your ideas out of your head onto paper and into action, meaning your first 90-day program, then again, head over to bit.ly/coaching secret. Again, bit.ly/coaching secret. And it's going to walk you through everything that it takes to get that first passive product set up. That way you can test out what you coach around and kind of set it on autopilot, because I know a lot of you might be like me, especially when you go through my training and you hear me talk about being in one place but serving multiple people. So when I train, I still have other people listening to my voice like you're doing right now, and they're taking some of my trainings that I've put on autopilot. So that's what I'm showing you how to do over at bit.ly/coaching secret. Taking that expertise, still building your authority in the coaching industry around what you coach around, and centering it on your first coaching product that I'm going to show you how to do automatically. Set it up on autopilot by giving you, again, what I learned through all of my experience of coaching. And by the way, today I'm celebrating 13 years in business. I've been coaching for about 5, so you'll probably hear more about that coming up. So everything I've learned in these last few years, I'm giving you step-by-step plug and play instructions on how to create, automate, and make money passively from sharing your own experience and your own expertise in your first coaching product. Now, that's only if you want to automate it. For those of you who like one-on-one, that may not be for you, but it's a great resource to use if you're trying to get your information into one program, so that when you meet people who are interested in what you have to offer as a coach, then you can say, you know what, I have a program that'll help you with that. So the last way of the top 5 ways to coach that you'll hear about. Now, again, it's a combination of coaching tactics, which is the combination of boot camp, mastermind, live event, virtual event, and a retreat. Now, I could give you examples of all of these, especially in my business, but we don't have much time left together. So I'm going to break down out of all of these which ones you'll hear about probably the most. It's actually the mastermind. Now, you'll hear about masterminds, and these could come in the form of a live event. It could be a virtual type event. It could be even a retreat. You may hear masterminds be referred to as a boot camp, but what a mastermind is, and it took me kind of participating in one to learn what it is. But a mastermind is where, what we talked about earlier, you bring a group of people together. And these may be people that you have worked with in the past. Maybe you're working with them right now, or maybe you're noticing you're getting a lot of clients that's asking about the same thing. And you know that if you brought them together in one group, that it'll help all of them build, because again, they're having those experiences together. And trust me, as a coach, you learn in this process as well. But brainstorming is what mostly happens in these masterminding sessions, depending on where your clients are. So for me, I love knowing that I'm coming into a group of coaches learning from each other based on where we all have been, and we're bringing together those different experiences, but it's for one reason, which is to grow a coaching business. So my last mastermind event was virtual, and it was from ladies going through my 90-day coaching program, again, where I took a high-end experience. High-end, again, are those $2,000 or plus opportunities to work with you. And then I took the VIP day experience, fleshed it out into a 90-day program, and made everyone in the program feel like they were getting individual attention from me, but we came together once a month in a group format, which could also be looked at as a mastermind. So masterminding is offering that environment to brainstorm. What my clients love about the mastermind groups that I offer through my coaching is the accountability. A lot of people, and I've talked to a lot of you who are listening right now, you have purchased programs, including some from me, and then you still are seeking knowledge because you haven't finished what you started. So if you're that coach, you got to watch this because your clients are going to do this too. They need the accountability. They need to be able to check in to say, hey, AJ, where are you on blank? And blank should be whatever you're coaching them around. So put yourself in this scenario. You're offering a mastermind group. You're giving them the environment to brainstorm in. You're holding them accountable about the work that they should have done up to this point. And a great way to do that is to find something called a win sheet. And you guys, WIN is what I'm saying, a win sheet, meaning how you celebrate your wins. And if you've been listening to the coaching calls I've been doing over the last few weeks, I shared what a win sheet looks like. So go back through the coaching archives, the audios, look for the audio segment where I am talking about how your clients can share their wins and how you can hold them accountable in that process by also keeping a record of what they've been able to do. This is one of the benefits of being in a mastermind group, because you are not only brainstorming, but you're having someone to hold you accountable as you're sharing your vision, your ideas, and you're together with like minds. So when you offer this as one of the top 5 ways to coach, as one of the coaching features, you have to make sure that you're allowing for that accountability process to be built into what you offer your clients as well. So make sure that you're offering that environment for growth and moving forward. But you can only do this if there's an accountability aspect. You got to make sure that they know that you're there to support them. I work with all women, so we feel like sisters. Some of my clients call me their business best friend. Some call me their big sister. And so you have to offer that type of environment in a mastermind, making sure that you're allowing the space for your clients to work out their problems, and they're going to meet goals. They're going to meet goals. They're going to set the goals. They're going to excel from the goals. But again, have that accountability process. Also in a mastermind, make sure you have the opportunity for your clients to ask for help, not just from you, but from your coaching group as a collective. So a mastermind, the beauty of it, why I love it, is because it's a group format. So what that means is there are a lot of different experts in that group, meaning they don't have to be an expert on the topic that you're masterminding about, but I bet you they have some similar life experiences. So make sure that you're offering that opportunity for your client to ask for help and get advice from you, plus the others in the group. That's the beauty of a mastermind. You don't really have to go in and teach much. You just provide the environment and make sure everyone is holding each other accountable. You're providing that support. And usually, this is the most frequently asked question about setting up a mastermind. A mastermind can be as short as 4 months. It can go as long as 6 months, maybe even 8 months. The longest I've heard of a mastermind lasting is about a year. And then some people choose to repeat the process and go back through it because they got so much value from having that type of environment. So really quick, let me recap the top 5 ways to coach, which is your high-end premium signature program, live and virtual. $1,997 is usually where the price tag starts. If you're afraid to charge that, don't charge it. Don't create a high end until you're ready. Then we have a 90-day program and your 6 to 12 month program. Decide if you're going to do these things individually, which is one-on-one coaching, or in a group format. And then when you're ready to just sit down and take a little bit out of each of those experiences, put it in a VIP format, offer it either individually or in a group as well, you can then decide what your next step is, which could potentially be a boot camp, a live event, a virtual event, a retreat, or just put it in a mastermind. And so if you need help with bringing this all together, creating your very first coaching product, Passive Profits is the way to go, where you get everything out, put it on a paper, and then it's this 3-part process where we walk through each step, because the process always works best when you have a step-by-step guide. And so together over at bit.ly/coaching secret, we're going to get a small portion of what you offer in your coaching services for your business, and we're going to design it to be set up to bring in passive profit. So you can do like what I did just before we got on this call. I looked up and there was a PayPal notification because one of my coaching programs that I recently promoted was being purchased as I logged on to be here with you right now. So you want to make sure that you have the help and don't try to do this yourself. Now, the reason I say that is because my degree is in training and development. So I am a trainer to the core. And there are some aspects that you have to make sure you address, especially in your first coaching program. You want to set up a model to take care of what your what your clients, I keep saying coaches because you guys are my clients, but make sure you answer the questions that your clients want to know, those frequently asked questions, and then knowing how to sell that thing. Make sure you know how to sell your coaching, boost those sales, make more money, but make sure that you have this perfect outline, this process for setting up at least one of your coaching services passively. And it's a repeatable, automated process. So in this passive profits course, which is not long. I can't remember how long it is, but when you head over to bit.ly/coaching secret, you're going to see the course concept, the outlining model that I teach you for how to get your content into a development strategy. You need a lot of systems. You got to set it up and making sure. And so you'll get to hear even one of me and my clients, Renee. We are on this call where I'm teaching her how to sell her first coaching program based on what she says about what's in that program, because you need those tips. You need to know what free and low cost ways to use to automate your coaching services. That one piece, not everything now. This is going to just take a little bit. And I'm going to teach you those exact wordings that I use to market and promote my own courses. And then you're going to learn what it looks like to get it out there to make more money. So let me see if I wrote it down because I really want to tell you guys how long it is. But I know for sure that it's a well-crafted, customized outline for what you need. So for those of you who are in my inbox on Facebook saying, AJ, I need help putting together my first coaching program based on what you've taught us so far, this is the help you need for automating and getting all of that out there. And again, you'll get to sit in on a live coaching session so you can see how I interact with my clients virtually, but it's also one-on-one and getting that individual attention via a VIP day experience. So this is going to help you get that your own coaching course and your own program by just following along, filling in the blanks, and getting passive profit. So if you're live with me on Facebook, let me see who is ready to get paid. Who's ready to get paid passively? That's what I want to know. Who's ready to make money? I'm going to take a moment and go look for some questions in our Facebook Live and training call. If you give me just one moment, I'm going to open up our Q&A line. All right, guys. Well, so we only have a few more minutes left here together during this coaching call. I would love to answer any questions that you have about the top 5 ways to coach. And hopefully this helps you take your coaching business to the next level. If you missed the link, Facebook Live, of course, it's in the comments. It's bit.ly/coaching secret. And I'm going to teach you how to set up that new income stream with your online and offline brand messaging goals through your own coaching program. So guys, by the way, guys, right now, Passive Profits is only $20.18. It's regularly $297. Of course, a price increase is coming soon, but I see a lot of you new coaches who need this digitally downloadable course and the information that it offers delivered right to your inbox. So I'm excited about helping you with that. So jump on over bit.ly/coaching secret. Let me check the phone lines to see if we have any questions. Phone line. If you're live with me right now, press *6 and you'll be placed in queue to ask a question with our last few seconds together. Facebook Live. Let me check on you. Let me see who has questions. Shots out. I appreciate you guys for hanging in there. Hey, Laditra, how are you? Robbie, thanks for joining. Hey, Ken, Vendolin, Stacy. Let's see. Ameda, thank you for joining. Lamorla, LaShawn, Kim, how are you, girl? Kim's a former client doing big things. I'm so proud of you, doctor. Felicia, Shayla says, I'm ready for passive income today. Amen. Hey, Fawn, thanks for joining. All right. Hey, Pixie Lee, how are you? Jennifer, Michelle. Did I miss anybody? Yes, Pixie Lee says I'm her business bestie. She stays in my inbox. I love you, girl. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Michelle, for putting the link. And yes, to answer your question, is the BIT.ly course complete? Yes. So Michelle is asking, is the Passive Profits course let me slow down. The Passive Profits course over at bit.ly, is it completely digital? Yes and amen. So yes, when you go there, you make your $20.18 purchase. I send you a link that gets you right into there are different links and templates that I share for helping you set that first coaching program up. Listen, if you've coached with me at any moment, you gotta have a passive income stream. You have to. That's gonna be a new requirement that I have for my new clients. You have to have all of your coaching in at least one automated form, whether it is audio, video, a book, I don't care. Make sure that when you're asleep, someone can go to a link. It does not have to be on your website. Click a button and buy a product. All right. So guess what? We have a live caller. I see you, Vivian Gates. I'm coming right to you. Oh, Pixie is saying she loves me too and she needs all the answers. Yes, you do. So bit.ly/coaching secret. Guys, this is my favorite part of the call. Let me see if I still know what I'm doing. Hang in there with me, Vivian. I'm coming to you. Let me see. All right, Vivian, can you hear me? Maybe not. Let's see. I'm not sure how to do this. Hey, Vivian, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. I hope your name is really Vivian. That's what is showing up on my computer.
It's not Vivian, but I forgot somebody. Their name is still registered, so I forgot all about it. I thought you was calling somebody else.
I'm so sorry. I'm calling what I see. Okay, how about this? Last four digits, 0707. I need to go back to the model Kenny laid out for it. Awesome. So I'm trying to get you loud enough for Facebook Live to hear us. Guys on Facebook Live, let me know that you can hear our caller. What's your name?
My name is Lady.
Lady. Okay, guys on Facebook, let me know you can hear Lady. And then I'll repeat because Lady is on our conference line and I'm trying to turn it up. And I'm not sure how it's working. But anyway, Lady, go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, how would I market myself as a storyteller?
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
Pardon me?
Tell me more. So when you say storyteller, what do you mean?
Okay. I had a fall a couple years back, and I hit my head. As I hit my head on the ground, I said, Lord, if I die right now, this is my graveyard. What is my purpose in this life? He gave me to be a storyteller. So what I'm doing now is I do the reenactment of Sojourner Truth, a black woman that was born in 1797. And I just started, but doors have been opening, but I want to know how to do it even more as a storyteller.
Okay, so tell me more. Are you a certified life coach through fastcoachtraining.com?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you have your certification. And how are you tying in storytelling with coaching?
Okay, well, my life story and Sojourner life story, they go hand in hand, basically they're parallel to one another. So what I've been doing is telling her story, but interjecting my story along with it. I've spoken at Pinewood Studio. Tomorrow I'm at a school. Sunday I was in Florida. So my name is getting out there, but I want to do it in a way that I can do even more, I guess, and leave my job that I'm working now.
Okay, so do you have coaching clients centered around the way you tell your story? Are you bringing in coaching clients with that?
No, because I'm right now I'm just doing my storytelling, and with my storytelling, that's opening doors for me to tell my story, through Sojourner Truth's story. But I would like to get my own story out there.
Okay, so tell me, how are you using your fastcoachtraining.com coaching certification?
Well, right now I have like 5 people on the fence, but I need to know more about doing it, because I know how to talk about life. I know how to ask the people questions. They're telling me what they want to do, where they want to go, but I'm not making money for it yet because I want to feel comfortable of knowing what I know to share with them to help
Okay, so I hear your answer in your question, but when you go out and you're telling Sojourner's story, how are you incorporating not just your own story, but what you coach around into that reenactment?
Okay. Tomorrow, Friday, I have one. Okay, and I'll be doing it for schools. But what I'm going to be doing in schools, I tell the truth story, but I also talk to the young people about believing in the power they have in themselves. And I'm going to leave it open for them to talk to me afterwards about it again.
Okay, so again,
that doesn't make sense, but in my head it does. But I want to make sense so that I can get paid for it.
So you just said the key word. All of this is in your head, and that's our brilliance as coaches. We know what we want to help other people around, using our stories, telling the stories of other people that we've helped. It sounds like you need help getting that information out of your head, because there's no way for you to market it if you don't know what you're telling people that you can help them with. So I know Sojourner's story is very powerful. Your story, just from what you told me, is magnetic. And so you have to learn to put that in a format, which is coaching, as to a way that you can help other people. So let's say other people have a similar story to yours and to Sojourner's. Now, how do you help them? How do you help them as a coach? Where are you leading them?
Well, right now I haven't been. I've just been telling my stories. Just doors been opening for me to relive, to tell Sojourner's true story. That's where I'm at right now.
Right.
But in searching out with Sojourner's true story, I mean, her being prepared when she was a slave, her being prepared to win her child back from slavery, and then as she went on, and like you said about writing the book, to sell it to make more money.
Right.
So it's I don't know, maybe I need to read over or think about my question more before putting it out there, because like I said, I know the way that I have it in my head. I know that I'm dynamite at doing what I'm doing, but it doesn't make sense to be dynamite and don't know where to place your dynamite, because then I'll blow my own self.
So I love how you put that, and it sounds like you just need help getting it out of your head and getting it onto paper. And that's what Passive Profits, the course I've been talking about over at bit.ly/coaching secrets, teaches you. It teaches you how to take everything you know and you want to share, put it onto paper, and then put it in a format that you can help other people with. Meaning, let's say you go do a performance, you tell your story, you tell Sojourner's story, and at the end you say, hey, by the way, I want to teach you how to tell your story and coach you around it, and I put together a coaching package. So whoever's interested in working with me as their coach, this is where you can go to buy the product. And by the end of the event, you're swiping credit cards, you're having conversations, getting people on your calendar, and they're no longer on the fence about working with you, because they know exactly what you offer and exactly how you can work with them to help them. Because you know that's our job as a coach, right?
Yeah, I love it, because when I tell you, since then, I have a speaking engagement at Pinewood Studio. I have one at Howard University Playhouse, and so I need you to know how to do that so that I can start making some money.
Right. So what you can do, did you get the email today telling you to join us on the call?
No, I just called in. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I did.
Okay, so go back through that email and click the link where I tell you this is a great resource. And what it is going to take you to that link. That way you don't have to remember it or try to write it down, but it's going to take you over to bit.ly/coaching secret. I've been preaching it for longer than 30 minutes now, and it's going to walk you through everything we talked about tonight as far as taking just a little bit of what you know as a coach and sharing it in your first coaching product, to make sure that after you speak at Howard, you can say, by the way, I know some of you are speakers, or you're learning public speaking tips in one of your classes. Sign up to work with me as your coach. Here's where to go, and here's how to do it.
Okay. I will do that. Yes, ma'am.
Does that answer your question?
That. Oh, it does. It really does. And it helps me out a lot, too. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much for engaging. I love the live questions. I appreciate you for being a part of the call.
Okay. You're welcome.
All right. right, guys. So you heard Lady. She was engaging with us tonight live via the coaching call conference line. And her question was about how to market her business. Now, I'm a coach. I'm very skilled at this. I told you guys I'm celebrating 13 years in business today, 5 years as a coach coming up in a few days. And so when I listen to y'all's ideas and what you want to do as a coach, a lot of you, and Kim is on here, she can tell you, a lot of you want to travel as a speaker. You want to tell your story. You want to write your first book. What you need to do is sit with yourself in a structured environment and get that information out of your head, put it into a format, whether it's on your computer, whether it's in your journal. I'm going through journal notes as we speak. But get it out of your head, because we're brilliant as coaches, but we have to let other people talk about our brilliance. Meaning we have to put ourselves in a place where we can help other people and they can go out and give testimonials. Just like, Pixie Lee is one of my clients. She's on here now, and she's saying, yes, AJ is my business bestie. Well, how would she know that I'm her business bestie unless I took how I wanted to help her and other entrepreneurs like her and put it into my first coaching program? And now she's at a place where she's written her first book. She's spoken on her first podcast. She's sharing her story. She's making money. She has outsold some of the new authors that I've helped. So all of that came because I took an idea, I put it onto paper, and I had structure, meaning I knew how I wanted to offer it to people. So that's what I'm teaching you over at bit.ly/coaching secret. This is the key that you'll hear a lot of coaches talk about, but they don't tell you the insider. So for only $20.18, you guys can see how my mind works with getting all these thoughts out of your head. Because one thing I hate, you can be booked to speak at 100 different places like Lady, but by the time you get there and you pour out and you give all you got, but at the end no one pays you, that defeats your purpose as a coach, because you went and you gave, but how are you giving them that next step to go and grow with you? So you have to have at least one small little portion of your coaching put together in a succinct way, and that's what I'm teaching you over at bit.ly/coaching secret. Okay, so I'm tired of saying the link. You guys should have it by now. It's pinned in the Facebook Live. Feel free to go back and listen to the replay of this call. Grab any nuggets that you may have missed. We talked about the 5 top ways to coach. These are the most popular ways that you'll see a lot of people getting their information out as a coach. And so what I'm doing is giving you your first small baby step. It's like half of a baby step, which is introducing the world to just a little bit of your brilliance. Because like Lady said, I know you're dynamite at what you do. We all are. I am. That's the reason I show up with you week to week. So you have to get it in a format to make sure that other people can see how dynamic you are. Like Lady said, you'll blow your own self up. You know, you're dynamite. So don't blow your own self up. Get that genius into a format. Get it out of your head, get it onto paper, and get it into action. And I would love to show you how to do that in the Passive Profits course. Saying it for the last time over at bit.ly/coaching secrets. So Michelle says, thanks for the tip to finish what you started. Yes, you have to. Y'all stop buying these courses, stop listening to these webinars, going to these events just to say you did it. You need to have something to show for it. It's a time to stop learning and put it into action, because there is someone somewhere waiting on you, dear coach, to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs, because it's when you let your light shine as a coach, you give others permission to do the same. Guys, I'm Andrika J. Austin. I go by Coach AJ for short. I, too, am dynamite. And I invite you to meet me back here with your dynamic self this same time next week. Same place. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless. Good night.